Antichrist!
That's a good idea.
Yo,
Goddamn,
it is Sunday, January 33rd, 2020.
what's up?
I mean, February 2nd.
Yeah.
God, this is never
What
going
you
to
say,
end.
23rd?
January 33rd. I swear that month is never going to fucking end.
It's never going to stop.
Yeah, this is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, King of Villas, Bulldog Malenko.
There was so much shit in that movie.
There's Knubsie Slow.
It's your boy.
And joining us again today, we got Kris Izzi.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So we've been wasting good conversation before I clicked record.
We did. That's what always happens whenever
Yes,
I come over. Is we
every
start
time.
talking about stuff. You're like, we should have been recording that. the
Yeah,
whole time.
every fucking time.
Yeah, though.
So,
So,
well, fuck. Let's pinpoint what we were just talking about there.
Trains.
Kobe Bryant. That's what we were.
Yeah.
getting at.
I was talking. So we were talking about our mutual friend Sam, who
is awesome.
Yeah, who is awesome and autistic, and he is just this genuinely sweetheart of a guy. And I was saying how sometimes I think that I have Asperger's because while I do have empathy and concern for the people I love and care about, my empathy as a whole for humanity is practically non-existent. Like I could not give a fuck less. And I brought up the Kobe Bryant thing. I was like Kobe Bryant and those people dying in that helicopter crash. I couldn't give a good goddamn less about it. I don't care. And people are like, oh, but it's such a tragedy. No, it's not. Stop virtue signaling. You didn't know them. You don't really fucking care. And I was making the point of that dude was worth $440 million. He was really good at throwing a ball through a hoop and playing that sport with 4 other teammates on the floor with him. That's not really that spectacular when you think about the grand scheme of things. But he amassed an amount of money that the 3 of us will most likely combined never see in our lives. And 2, we can't begin to fathom a day in his life. Like that guy lived a life that would take 100 people, 100 lifetimes to equal.
But what I was saying is, when you lose like a celebrity, it's different than like a regular person. Because like anybody could pick up and like open up a newspaper and see like the obituary. Like when I do that, I'm not. It's sad that it happened to those people, but it doesn't bother me because I don't particularly know these people. But when you're a celebrity, you come into people's lives and stuff like that and affects you as a kid. You grow up. It's kind of like when Robin Williams passed away and everybody lost. Like everybody remembers as a kid him impacting them in some sort of way.
Sure. Okay. Now he brought me. Okay, Robin Williams. I'll use him. Specific case in point.
Okay.
He brought me tons of joy as a kid. In fact, my sick movie, as I call it, is Hook.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm sick,
Yeah, there you go.
I
That's a good
gotta
movie.
watch Hook. I want orange juice. I want Fruity Pebbles, and I want to watch Hook.
Sounds great.
There you go. Definitely a good
That's my sick day. That's what I need to happen. But as far as making this overt display of mourning about no, dude, Lemmy dying hit me harder than Robin Williams, the lead singer of Motorhead.
Mm-hmm.
And still, like, I went out with my buddy Kirk that night when Lemmy died, and we went to Show Me's, and we basically bought out the jukebox and played every fucking Motorhead song they had, and we drank ourselves stupid in honor of Lemmy. But that's the extent of it.
Makes sense.
Like that, because that's one of, like, look, I get people are, I'm a diehard Steelers and Toronto Maple Leafs fan.
Boo! No, boo,
Which,
sir.
by the way, hold on, time out.
I'm a Raiders fan, sir. I take offense to
Hey,
that.
that's fine. But huge props
West Coast, East
to
Coast.
Bill Cowher and Troy Polamalu going into the Hall of Fame this year together. That is fucking outstanding, and I'm really happy about that.
Nope.
Cool. Congratulations to them. However, like, as much as I love the Steelers and Leafs, when a Steelers player dies, like, okay, that sucks. And yeah, they brought some joy and entertainment to my life. However, you know, like Lemmy and Robin Williams, they connected on a deeper level because they gave you true entertainment and parts of themselves. But even then, I can't act like I knew him personally. I can't take it as a personal loss. You get what I'm saying?
Well, right. Well, again, death and funerals and all that stuff in group. That's all for the living.
For the living.
It's not
right.
it's not for the dead. But I mean, like, even with the Kobe Bryant stuff, it was only a couple days before people stopped doing it. You're not doing it for Kobe. You're doing it for yourself. Or you're doing it for
It's
yourself.
the Anthony Jeselnik thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Don't forget about me. That's all it is, man. It's this self-aggrandizement that the majority of our society falls victim to. Of, well, I need to get my opinion out there on this. I have to, like politics. Oh, I've got to throw my opinion out. No, you really don't. If you want to throw your opinion out there on politics, throw your fucking hat in the ring. Go run for this. People bitch about Congress and the Senate. That shit does not matter. You have no influence over that at all. I know you think your vote matters and that you're special, but you're fucking not, and your vote doesn't matter. You want to make an impact, and you want to show me how much you're really made of and how much fortitude you have in that political arena, run for local politics. Run for your city council. Run to be a fucking
Mayor.
Well, sure, a mayor, but I mean, run for any local political office.
Ooh.
Be an alderman.
Parks
Be an
and Rec.
alderman.
Get out moving.
Run for any public office so that you can truly make a difference in your community.
Make our city beautiful.
Think globally, act locally.
Make people want to live here.
Right.
And
be that change you want to be.
That you want to see. Yeah. Be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah.
It don't make dollars if it don't make sense.
God damn it, Nubs. Yeah. I need you to run for office.
I would vote.
I would tell
Knubsie 2020.
Fuck yeah, baby.
2024, I'll put my head in for president. So. You're 35 years old.
It's just, I was having this discussion with Ed Sign, who is a fantastic, he's the best guitarist in this region by any stretch of the imagination. Nobody can tell me shit otherwise. But other than that, Edward Sign is he's a decent, hardworking, humble, loving, caring man. And he's amazing. He's going to come in Tuesday to do a one-on-one session with me. And
nice.
He's gonna talk about some of the things to do with the political arena and things that are going on right now. I'm looking forward to that conversation because he's also very well spoken, and he has the knack for seeing both sides of the argument that he's making for or against.
He's like one of those real independents that people claim that they are, but they're really not.
Yes,
legalize it.
You'd ask people, 90% of Americans would say that they're independent. Your voting record would say that's a lie, sir.
And then there's me, who has no voting record.
Yeah, I haven't voted.
Zero votes.
The Electoral College does my voting.
Because I know better. I subscribe to the George Carlin school of thought when it comes to Election Day. On Election Day, I'll essentially be doing the same thing that you're all doing. Only when I get done masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it.
See, I can't help but vote because I love to argue with the people outside of the voting place.
I can do that without voting.
I know, but I
get on Facebook.
I love doing that. No matter what their opinion is, I will take the other side of it just to make them seem like they're getting somewhere.
I think that's a great exercise that I brought up in a conversation last weekend with some friends that I was hanging out with. Something that I had to make myself start doing a few years ago is it as an actual exercise with people. Pick a topic and then either let them decide which side they want to argue for, and then you take the other, or you flip a coin. And sometimes you have to end up arguing for things that you are totally against. And I've done this many times, and it is a great exercise in critical thinking and abstract thought and getting out of your comfort zone and your norms that you condition yourself for. I think more people need to do that.
Oh yeah, when I was in college, I took a lot of philosophy classes in addition to the political science classes from a major that I was taking. And one of the things you had to do all of the time, in philosophy papers, was you had to assume what objections to your point were going to be, and then respond to those objections. And it makes you a better argue with people.
Because when you can formulate the
Yeah.
objections to your viewpoints in your own mind, then you really have to think, oh man, well, if I'm coming up with these objections, do I really feel this adamantly about this viewpoint? I honestly, one of my favorite things was from Dogma, Chris Rock,
That was a good
when he
movie.
says beliefs are dangerous. I'm summarizing this basically, but beliefs are dangerous because they're firm and they can't be changed. That's why you need ideas. Ideas can be changed and evolve and are free flowing and not as carved from stone. That's so true.
And that's why they took him out of the Bible.
Right, that's why Rufus wasn't there, man.
For saying stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, you mean you got some shit to say? Okay. Make the sense?
man.
Okay. No, he walked on water. I think it was a lot of acid trips back then.
Well, that translation has also been shown that it was incorrect. It was he walked along the water.
Oh, it is a shadow.
Like he was basically walking the water's edge with his people.
Because he can't swim.
I know. I can't.
Not with
swim
them
either.
holes.
I can't swim. Like he has sandals on. It would be hard to swim. The motherfuckers is heavy.
I don't
as
know. They
shit.
might act like flippers.
Could be true too. Just flopping and shit.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of acid going on back then. There's weed illegal. Opium was legal.
Look,
everything.
That's just it. There was no such word as narcotic then.
Or illegal.
They drank alcohol with every meal.
Yeah.
And whatever plants or any psychedelic things they found. Like there are scientists that believe, or well, not believe, but there are scientists that attest to the fact that mushrooms are most likely responsible for God. Like people tripped on mushrooms, and the things that they met and interacted with gave them their references for
the burning bush, yo.
Yeah.
The talking bush.
Makes a little more sense
Dude,
now. People
I've never done acid, but I've done shrooms, and I'm going to tell you, God damn it, my fucking phone. Look at me being unprofessional as shit.
And
I mean, if you look at like a lot of like stuff like in religious books and stuff, like it starts making sense when you think everybody was on drugs and stuff. Like
yes,
the only people that are saying be nice to everybody are
people on drugs.
People on drugs or people at church. They're the only people that say that.
But here's the problem though: the people who are in church now aren't doing the fucking drugs. So the majority of them are hypocrites. Sundays are nothing more than a fashion show and a judgment panel for these self-righteous fucks who go in and act like their lives are perfect and they've got these picture-perfect families. Please don't pull the curtain. Please don't look behind the curtain. But we're going to sit in judgment of everyone else around us, but we're going to act fake nice as fuck to their faces.
It's like Coming to America in that scene.
Oh,
why preacher got to have a new car?
Oh, dude. Did you see the one? Oh God, I can't think. This story was like a couple months ago, I think. But this preacher bought a new Bentley or some shit like that,
That's
and
a lot of money.
his parishioners beat the fuck out of him in the parking lot.
I would too. That's
They
a Bentley.
beat the fuck out of him. And I'm like, good. Like honestly, with the whole church thing, you want to see most of that shit level itself out. Start taxing the motherfuckers. 70% of them will disappear overnight. The amount of embezzlement and fraud that goes on within churches with the money, and I know people aren't going to want to hear that and they're not going to like it, but it's goddamn true.
Like that movie First Sunday with Ice Cube.
Ooh, that's what honestly, if I hadn't published and made public most of my views of religion, I would love to become a deacon at like one of these mega churches here. That gets to handle the money and take it to the back rooms.
Why?
No,
Joel Osteen shit. Why?
I'll be rich as fuck. Joel Osteen's a crook.
Dude,
Motherfucker's a crook.
If it came out that he was like some sort of like demonic worshiper or something, like he was some sort of like evil like genius, I totally would believe that because he looks that way.
This
like,
is the look
stage.
of shock right here that I'm giving. This
like,
is the look of shock that would be on my face. Joel Osteen is everything that is wrong with religion. He really. It's.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I remember the Ted Haggard bullshit. Remember him?
No.
Friends of Jesus and all this. Mega traveling
sounds
church,
cool.
mega traveling ministry. He was an evangelist, just outwardly, vehemently against gay people. Was caught in a hotel room with a gay prostitute doing meth.
God damn, deep.
Then he repented, went to treatment for this, came back, said he was cured, develops the ministry again, and gets caught again.
But most people who
Fuck out of here.
focus on that shit. Like, hey,
Of
no,
course,
ban them.
dude,
They usually are the ones that try to hide it.
anybody who has to be so fucking vocal about being anti-gay and all this shit. Bitch, we see through you. Just come out, and you might be happy for what's left of your life.
You're fucking repressed. Let it go.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I like the new Pope. I think he's doing better. I think he's doing better.
Pope
with
is
it.
a shit.
Look,
There we go.
I will say this. The new Pope has made valiant strides in bringing the Catholic Church into the 21st century.
Better than the 1400
That's what
popes.
I'll say. First of all, isn't the Pope the one that said that hell was just a construct of the church to make people live in fear?
And then it was like freaking a bunch of. Like,
I love it.
rules out.
I love it. And here's my problem. Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Penn has one of the best arguments for this ever. And I love it because he's like, I have religious people say to me, well, without religion, people would rape and kill and steal, whenever they wanted. And Penn's argument is, well, I'm an atheist and I kill and rape and steal as much as I want right now, which is none. So your morality is false. And it actually terrifies me more that you need some sense of fear from a book, from a made-up story, to tell you not to do these things instead of just being a genuinely good person. Fucking love that.
That's very good.
Well, I think. Well, to be fair though, that's a misunderstanding. I think when it comes at least to Catholicism, because that's not what Catholicism. I feel like I have to defend that 'cause I'm Catholic here, but like, because that's not where they're coming from. Like, if you ask any Catholic what they're going to say, they're going to tell you that like it's not that you do these things or else you may like if you do these bad things that you may go to hell. Like, the whole concept is if you already do these bad things, you already make these mistakes.
But that's just
whatnot.
it. Hold on. So I'll counter that for you.
Okay.
Greed, sloth, wrath, pride, envy, gluttony, lust.
So
Those are the
that's-
7 deadly sins.
What?
Do you know what they actually are? Those are
Oh, wait, those are anime characters from Full Metal Alchemist.
I'll say Winnie the Pooh.
God damn it.
Wait, no, not
No,
Winnie
look.
the
I saw that.
Pooh. SpongeBob.
They are the 7 most carnal parts of human nature. That is it. They are everything that makes up our species.
I like to lay around.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Not
I
do
love-
shit. That sounds great.
I love munchies. I love eating.
I love food.
And that's just it. Was they took religion is the first form of law. Religion was the control through fear before we established law.
Oh my god! I just thought of something.
What?
What if the making of baby Jesus was the biggest swerve out of alimony ever?
Brother,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
the
Like,
making of baby Jesus
Right.
is about the 17th or 18th incarnation of that very same story that had been happening thousands of years before it.
I mean, like Mary cheated on Joseph, and she just
Right.
God just did it.
Right. No. And I'm telling you that Jesus, the story of Jesus,
Yeah.
Yeshua, that's about the 17th or 18th version of that story.
I mean, like Horus and shit.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Oh, okay, I thought he was like, yeah, I remember.
You got
him.
Horus, you got Dionysus.
Yeah, the god of party, the Greek god.
Mithras.
I know my mythology, son.
I think Isis too. I could be
Yes,
wrong. Yeah,
Isis.
That's another one too.
Oh,
Yeah,
from,
man, there's-
Some of the
Egypt.
sun god too. I think too.
Yep.
That
Like
was
there are so many of these stories
so crazy.
that, and they came before Jesus. Jesus was just the modern version.
Jesus was a white version, but it wasn't white.
He wasn't white at all. I've never met a white Middle Easterner in my life.
Yep.
Even the Israelis who are in there, they got some like tone to their skin.
Yeah, you see actual Jews
Gal
from
Gadot.
Jerusalem, they're not white at all.
On this topic though, I think one of my favorite things, like, you know, the St. Vincent de Paul store like over here,
The what?
the St. Vincent de Paul store, like over
Yeah.
on the side of town.
Yeah.
If you ever go in there, there's this giant photograph of St. Vincent de Paul, patron saint of generosity, and right below it, there's a sign This is shoplifters will be prosecuted. I wish I was making that up.
Please take a picture of that for me.
I think I have it on my phone.
Oh,
like I gotta like to see what's on my
God.
That's kind of like irony, though.
phone. It is
right.
Yeah, like we give you everything. Don't you get like?
That's the kind of hypocrisy that
Oh,
bothers me.
Ain't it free?
that's what I'm talking about.
I know.
Like, it's just amazing to me how most people claim to follow Christ, but very few are Christ-like. Look, I've read the Bible 3 times all the way through. Okay, it is a fantastic story. However, and yes, there are great morals in there, and there are great just stories that pertain to everyday life, but a lot of them don't translate to almost 2,000 years later. And I know a lot of people are like, well, but it is 2,000 years. No, the Bible, the Bible was not written, my interesting Judeo-Christian friends, until around 300 AD when Constantine first assembled the first thing. And then in what, the 1400s? Is when the King James Version, which, by the way, he was a syphilitic pedophile.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy. Like, King James was fucking insane. Anyway, he had the New Testament brought forward and basically had a council clip and cut and edit everything that he didn't like, which is why we have lost books of the Bible.
The Book of Mary, the Book of Judas. Dead Sea Scrolls say it all.
There's some great, yeah. The first of all, the Book of Mary Magdala, or as she was also known, Mary Lucifera, which a lot of people don't like that term, Lucifera. Oh, Lucifer. Lucifera means bearer of light. Lucifer means bearer of light.
Yeah.
And Mary Magdalene was not a fucking prostitute. That was Jesus's fucking wife. But
Mary Lucifera, she's loose. That's what she. That's what I thought when you said it.
oh my God,
She's a freak.
Look, now I'm like most Catholics. I have not read the Bible, but I've seen the pictures on the windows.
The stained glass. I'll tell me the stories.
What you just said classifies what I would estimate 99. I'll be bold and say 99% of people who call themselves Christian, and I throw that in air quotes. They treat it like a user end license agreement for software on a computer. You never actually read it. You scroll to the end and click I agree.
Yeah.
At least with Catholics, that's what we're at least putting like the Spark Notes version like on the windows for people to see. So you're like, okay,
whatever. You got
Earth.
10 stained glass windows that
born.
have "Thou shalt not," and that's what you get.
You get the Spark Notes, and like most people, like we just learned a long time ago, people are not going to read a 700-page book, so they're just going to be like, all right, we got to make the Spark Notes.
Hey, look,
Deathly Hallows.
Don't kill.
I'm going to tell you,
don't steal.
Everyone. I don't care how I'm a staunch atheist, but I don't care if you're an atheist or how religious you are. There are 2 books that everyone should read from the Bible. One is the book of Mark, and the other is the book of Revelation. If you ever want something like that's deep, entertaining reading, fuck. And for those of you who can't make it through Mark, just skip the book of Mark, or you can read the book of Job. Fuck. You want something that'll just crush your spirit, read Job's story. But anyway, skip all that, read the book of Revelation. Oh my God, dude. The book of Revelation should be like a 3-hour big budget Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
It's not.
It's called Avengers Endgame.
No, it's called... I was gonna say the Left Behind movies, but they,
No, see,
but the Avengers is a better.
No, look, I don't want any of the bias. I don't want any of the religious bias. I don't want churching up of the descriptions that are in the book of Revelation. I want someone
like literal.
I don't even want an atheist to do it. I want someone who's agnostic, someone who's unsure,
has an idea.
Mm-hmm.
There you
I
go.
want someone who's agnostic, and I want them to have a fucking $500 million budget to make this movie, a 3-hour fucking movie about the book of Revelation. Or you could do 2-hour, like 2-parter, 2 hours each, book of Revelation movie, like a sequel.
Didn't Peter Jackson kind of do that with Lord of the Rings?
No. No.
I mean, yeah, it was boring as shit.
Are you sure? You
No.
have a guy that can do as magic powers. He dies and comes back from the dead, clothed in white. To defeat.
Oh, you talking about that Gandalf dude?
Yeah.
That Gandalf dude.
To defeat the fiery lord, sending his own land that nobody's allowed to go to.
I only seen half of the first one.
I'm just saying.
But
Sounds like a good movie.
yeah, no, I want an unbiased.
Still
I
not
want an
watching it.
unbiased film made of the Book of Revelation. So people sitting in the theater, I don't care if you're even non-believers. If you were to see that play out in front of you, like I'm an atheist and I've read the Book of Revelation, and the Book of Revelation freaks me the fuck out. Okay, like there's some really harsh, descriptive shit in there, and
Dragons and shit.
I want to see it. I want to see it on screen.
I want to see dragons.
Earthquakes.
Dude.
Meteors and stuff.
Well,
That already happened.
first of all, everyone likes to call everything they don't like the Antichrist. Oh, Trump's the Antichrist and blah, blah. Shut up. I want to see the fucking real Antichrist, if this could exist, where this motherfucker gets shot in the fucking head in front of the world, and then he rises back to his feet. And all I can picture.
Obama
Hold
was
on.
more likely to be the Antichrist than Trump
Look.
is, man. He's supposed to be charismatic.
Yeah, right.
Like-
Right. Not a bumbling buffoon. But the only thing that I can picture
Yeah.
when that happens, if this were to be real, if the Antichrist were shot in the head in front of the world and rose to his feet, all I can picture is Saddam Hussein from South Park, the movie.
yeah.
You are really fucked now! And
No.
wherever I was at the time that I saw this, I would just cheer wildly. Like it's the best football game I've ever seen in my
There's a
life.
shotgun blast
Oh my god, dude! I would
to the fucking face.
just be like, yes, it has begun. Mortal Kombat, it has begun.
I like that.
Fuck yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, dun,
love
dun.
Have you ever seen the movie Rapture Palooza?
I have not seen that.
Dude,
Damn, that
that?
sounds amazing.
oh, it's hilarious.
I haven't seen it.
You need to see this. First of all, the crows, the crows in the movie are worth everything. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck you! And this guy actually starts raining blood and shit. Dude, it's so fantastic. Like it's
Uh-oh.
on par with This Is the End.
Oh, okay.
It's like that.
I like that Emma Watson. we haven't
in
seen.
Rapture Palooza,
Smack that ass.
Craig Robinson
Oh my god.
is the Antichrist.
Holy shit.
Oh
awesome.
my god!
Who else is in this movie?
Anna Kendrick.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It is so goddamn funny.
I get her and Hannah Hathaway messed up.
Do people actually get raptured in this movie?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
How do they
Yes.
get raptured? It's like
they just did some fucking.
Do they get raptured or do they get raptured?
no,
Dude,
yo, that's how you should go. Either one, you get clawed,
hold
or two,
on.
you disappear.
There is a movie. I still need to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but it's on Amazon Prime. It's called Raptor Preacher. Brother, I am fucking pumped for this.
That
This
sounds a
is
lot
like-
better than Sharknado.
That sounds like a really deadly mistranslation.
I
Believers will not get raptured.
no,
they'll get
like
raptured.
no. There's a Velociraptor on the picture with the preacher. I am.
Is it the Raptors preacher pet? What?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it,
I need to watch it.
and
Sounds
I will
awesome.
give a full report.
I need. All right, so I look up Rapture Palooza and Rapture Preacher.
Raptor
Preacher.
Yeah, Raptor Preacher on Amazon Prime.
Damn, I gotta get Amazon Prime.
Well,
Power of the Jurassic period compels you.
Nice. Fucking noise.
That's
Good
gonna be awesome.
times.
That's gonna be
That was a
awesome.
good. This is a good start to the show.
goddamn, dude, we just killed almost a half an hour just talking
Yeah.
about that bullshit.
That was fucking great. That was great. Better start than last
I
week.
know. Working on me getting excommunicated by the Pope.
If that happens,
I don't think so. I think that this Pope is just honestly, what if this Pope is the Antichrist and the reason he's being so fucking cool about everything is he's just trying to cause the corruption, just like instead of causing a tidal wave, he just threw a stone into the pond
and watch the
he's
waves.
yeah, he's just
Watch
making the
waves.
ripples.
It's like Little Nicky. Oh shit.
Yeah.
The referee Dana Carvey.
Hit the halftime buzzer, I'm tired. God damn it.
He just takes a break every now and then.
Hey, that guy, he snaps his fingers like someone I know.
Izzy, where's this ghost trip we're going on?
When we going on? We're going in the spring.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's one of the projects that I'm working on for my paranormal YouTube channels. We're talking about going to this park that's here in Indiana that has an abandoned amusement park in it.
Oh yeah, I've seen the pictures of this. Where is
Yeah.
this?
It's kind of, I think it's like northeast of here. It's a couple hours northeast. So I thought at first this was my friend trying to trick me into going camping, like he's been trying to do for years, like take me 30 miles in the woods to like kill me.
Yeah.
But it's
Or
a
do
real
butt
thing.
stuff.
I ain't doing camping, son.
Or you
So
know,
like Blair Witch, fuck all that.
yeah. So but yeah, we're gonna go investigate it and try to see what we can find out about it. Because you have like a haunted amusement, like an abandoned amusement park in the middle of a state park. There's got to be some weird stuff going on there.
So I need the dates that we're going.
It is when it is warmer and not cold.
Right.
So we have yet to get out of January. It's like January 33rd.
It's supposed to be 60 degrees to get today, motherfucker.
I don't.
Man, it's
First off,
56
I don't
right
trust
now.
this Midwest weather. Okay, like
We don't have weather. We have malaria.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we have We don't have weather. We have ideas of what the weather. Okay, what's
No, man.
what we're
We
gonna
experience 7 seasons in a day.
Yeah. That's fun though.
You just carry around a hoodie just in your backseat just in case.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's all right.
I'm bundled. I got pajamas underneath my pants to stay warm.
Oh, fuck. But anyway, what I was talking about like a half hour ago.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't care really about celebrity deaths and all that. Like, okay, I did say that there is one death that we know is coming, and it's not going to be far off. And I know this sounds terrible to say.
First of all, I've
Hold
been
on.
on living for a while. Thank you very much, Bulldog.
Look.
I don't like what you're implying.
This one death is going to be so impactful that I think ISIS will even get on Twitter that day and say, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Miss Betty White, and we are going to
Yes,
suspend
absolutely,
operations
yeah.
for the next 48 hours, and thank you for being a friend."
Thank you for being a friend.
Like,
We talk about that at
that,
Chinese.
look, I'm going to tell you right now,
That would be sad.
Betty White,
Yeah.
when Betty White died, like, I have a guitar named after her.
That's probably one of the signs of the end times. Probably right there. If I
She's
heard
one of the
dying.
trumpets, right? Like,
gotta
they,
be.
So
Her and Barbara Walters.
whatever.
She's like 100 something.
Barbara Walters is kind of a cunt. I remember what she did to Corey Feldman when he was trying to expose
Yeah.
the elite pedophile ring.
Yeah.
And
She
Barbara Walters is a cunt. Fuck her.
What'd she do?
She fucking basically said he was lying and then tried to make him feel bad about trying to ruin these people's lives.
Oh, she's involved in it.
and you know what?
Probably.
And now that we know about everything with Jeffrey Epstein and stuff, like it's
Yo,
not like we don't.
I'm glad that we transitioned to this because I got a conspiracy
Yeah.
Have no
that was
idea how
brought
we
up.
did it.
Oh my God.
And it's not like she wouldn't know that some of this stuff would be going on.
Look, I had a friend post on Facebook yesterday a conspiracy theory that is circulating right now. And look, I try to take conspiracy theories with a grain of salt, because it's one of those, okay, what. But this one, when I thought about it, like after I read it, I was like, holy fuck, I cannot believe that I missed this angle. What proof do we have that Jeffrey Epstein's dead?
About as much proof we have Tupac dead. None.
What proof do we have? We only have people's say so. The cameras, everything, all evidence, no trace.
Manipulated.
Nothing.
That's true.
Now,
Like,
here's the
CGI.
thing.
Honestly, we probably could even make a body, even if
Hold
it was
on.
edited. If we want to go
Time
down
out.
that angle.
They're saying, okay, so this is something that I actually believe. Like, I strongly believe this, that Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell were murdered because of what they were doing. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington were working together to try to expose this elite pedophile ring. And they were both found hanging almost identically about a year apart. I truly believe they were murdered, and there's never going to be an investigation into that.
Nope.
Nothing. Now, Anthony Bourdain was also found hanging in his luxury hotel suite in Paris, France.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain bears a striking resemblance to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he does look a lot like him.
The conspiracy theory says, what if they murdered Anthony Bourdain months in advance to prepare for the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing that they saw coming down the pipeline? And that Jeffrey Epstein is so well connected and had so much fucking money that he could make himself disappear. And the theory is that he's already had facial reconstructive surgery and is living in a non-extraditional country. It's crazy as fuck,
Sounds
However,
he had sin surgery too, so he dropped his kneecaps.
however, as crazy as it is it really that crazy?
Nah.
When you look at everything that's gone on, just look at the past 4 years.
Since Harambe died.
I was just gonna say, it all goes back to a fucking gorilla.
That's where it all started.
No.
Now that's the real sign of the end time.
The
began.
massive.
That was the first one.
Massive
Betty White's
amount,
the second.
dude. This massive amount of crazy. Like there's this like 10 or 11-year-old kid that has a theory that in 2012, when they first turned on the Hadron Collider, that it destroyed our universe and moved us into a parallel universe.
That sounds badass.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fucking great. But
Who's a 12-year-old thought that?
Yeah.
this kid's like 10 or 11 and came up with this theory and has like, dude, it's on YouTube. I can't think of his name. He's got like a 15-20 minute video where he's showing different points. Like this kid is like astrophysics genius and all this shit. And
Graduated Harvard at 17.
Yeah, I've
Dude,
seen.
he's
I've
10.
I've
He's
seen
11.
I've
Shit.
seen the video that I've seen the video you're talking about.
he makes really good points.
He does.
That
It's,
dude's probably
it's kind of
Antichrist.
disconcerting.
So anytime,
To be honest.
so anything
Yeah.
that bad's happened to you, can blame it on that Hadron Collider
Well,
being like, if it was in my regular
here's the
universe,
thing.
this would have happened.
His
Fucking
theory,
Flash.
it moved
Yeah.
us into an adjacent parallel universe
So we had a
that is
flashpoint.
just slightly off from what ours was. And also, that's when people started noticing the Mandela effect.
It's been way before that.
No.
Yeah, it has. It's been way
It
before
did not
that.
come to prominence until 2012, 2013.
Nah, not that part. I think that with the Mandela effect, he's adding that. The Mandela effect's been around long before we were talking about the Hadron Collider and stuff.
Well, no, but I'm talking about the amount of instances.
Oh,
of-
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so people are pointing to other ones.
Sinbad never made a fucking genie movie called
True.
Shazam. I remember that movie when I was a kid.
Or everybody misidentifies the Target logo. That's another one that's popular too.
Well, how did they misidentify the Target logo?
How many circles are
Yeah,
in the
how many?
the Target logo?
Like 1, 2, 3. You have the middle one, the white one, and the other red one.
Target logo. Thank you, Google.
Are you talking like okay Google?
Nope. There's yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
Knubsie
thought it was 5.
Yeah, everybody thought it was 5.
Yeah.
What?
Knubsie is not
They
affected
thought it was
by
red, white, red, white, red.
That's like a bullseye.
Well, that's what
Well,
Target
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Target is a bullseye.
But then that'd be copyrighted if they did that.
You can't.
The people that make
copyright
the people that
a
make the
bullseye.
bullseye things would.
No.
They'd be pissed off.
You can't copyright that. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Thanks, Nubs.
problem.
We need a little bit of levity in this discussion.
I know.
Maybe we
But-
should. Maybe
Like the
we
Berenstain.
should start copywriting shapes.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
I call square.
Circle.
Triangle.
Like the
Circle tastes
Berenstain
important.
Bears.
Yep.
Things
Things it's
like-
the Bernstein Bears.
Well,
Yeah.
it's Berens like
Bernstein.
yeah Berenstain Bears, but it's actually Berenstain.
Yeah.
And it's fucking what?
Yeah.
Like there's so many instances that in the past 8 years just all of a sudden start showing up, and you're like, wait, what?
Or Queen's "We Are the Champions" song
Yeah.
of the world is actually not in the lyrics.
It is at the end
I thought that was one of them.
of the world.
I don't think. I'm almost positive.
Boom.
That's how the song ends.
Yeah. So it's in there, but it's like the last like bit. Okay.
Also, a
Google.
lot of people don't know that.
Okay, boomer.
A lot of people don't know that "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions" are one song.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
I
Yep.
did know that.
Are they both by?
Yeah, they're Queen, but it's supposed to be one full song.
We will.
What?
We gotta play them back to back. Somebody gotta mix those together.
Like
They did
you
that
hear-
in the Mighty Ducks. They did that in the second Mighty Ducks movie.
It's been so long since I seen that movie. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
got Disney Plus
Like,
though.
At the,
It's you know what? That's on Disney Plus, but they're saying that it's not coming out yet. I was so pissed off.
what?
The Mighty Ducks movies are on Disney Plus, but like you can't watch them yet.
Yo, fucking Homeward Bound 2. It ain't
can't
coming
you
out till
watch 'em?
May.
It says that it's not going to be available till this particular date.
Oh, they must. Yeah, they
copyrights.
must be on other streaming platforms right now.
Yeah.
How about
I'm waiting for Homeward Bound
Oh,
2.
actually,
I
I
was
think
about
they're
beer
on.
bottle
I think
for
they're
the
on
TV.
HBO now. Right now.
I was also hear that Goldberg got arrested for.
He's been arrested several times.
Oh, you talking about Bill Goldberg?
No,
Yeah.
no.
No.
God damn it. Goldberg, the goalie.
Oh yeah, he got arrested for meth, I think, or something.
burglary.
Well, burglary.
He like, oh,
He's been having problems for years now.
he looking rough.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like Saddam Hussein at the end of his life.
Someone should come watch his,
That's what he looks like.
someone should come watch his goal in prison.
I thought you were talking about Bill Goldberg. I was like, oh man, I just saw him on the fucking Stone Cold podcast that went off in like December of 2019.
God damn it. But,
Wow.
no, like, how
Broken
could
skull
we
sessions.
know that okay, the one person that died in the Hadron Collider.
Yeah, there was a scientist that got trapped. Yeah.
Right. And his fucking image is still burned.
Yep, like a shadow.
Yeah. Into
On the walls.
The wall.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Holy, like Pompeii.
Like Dr. Manhattan. Imagine, you ever see
His-
Watchmen? It's like
his-
Dr. Manhattan. It's like
Yes.
Dr. Manhattan if he never came back.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Dude, this guy's image is forever burned into the wall. They cannot get it off. Like his body was basically vaporized,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Like, but he's there. Like,
Could you imagine
creepy.
being the janitor being told to get the trash out of the thing? Like,
we need you to go in there and clean it. I'm not going in
They
there.
need to get Consuela from Family
What happened
Guy.
to him? Yeah,
No more.
no more lemon pledge.
no clean.
No, you clean. You clean. I go lay down now. Like fuck you. She's the best. That's my favorite character.
But
of all
dude,
time.
the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, when I read that, I was like, oh my fucking God. It's crazy enough to be true. That's the sad thing. In 2020, we have to look at conspiracy theories, and instead of going, that's fucking nuts, you kind of have to look at conspiracy theories and go, that's crazy enough to be true today.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein was not murdered. He was taken out of prison, put on a plane to a non-extraditional country. They fucking used Anthony Bourdain's body, like, for his fucking death.
Doppelganger.
Yeah, sure. And Jeffrey Epstein has now had facial reconstructive surgery and all this bullshit, and he gets to live out the rest of his life.
What if he's George Clooney now?
Damn you, George Clooney.
You got us again, you bastard.
I always find that nobody trusts the government, nobody trusts the media, but when somebody tries to bring a conspiracy theory up, all of a sudden they sound like a bunch of crackpots for some
That's
reason.
because people have been conditioned to think and act that way.
Love the government. The government here to protect you.
Well, and anything that's said about that, oh, that's just conspiracy crackpot theory, blah, blah. And when people say things like that over and over, that's how the things that you say about yourself, even if you're joking, your brain doesn't realize that you're joking. So your brain will start to believe these things.
I really gotta stop talking shit about myself.
Right. Like if you walk around just like, I'm a gigantic piece of shit and blah, your brain doesn't know that you might be being facetious or, just saying it.
I'm never
as a
joking when I say that.
That's why I always wake up and go, I'm awesome. I'm fabulous.
Every day is awesome.
Right.
That's why you posted on Facebook today. Felt like you were a pretty princess. I'm like,
Yes.
absolutely, go you.
I am the prettiest princess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Which
You
one?
see it, don't you know?
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Which one? You talking about the one from Wreck-It Ralph?
No. Just me.
That's why
Princess
we-
Bulldog.
In general?
That's why whenever stuff comes out,
Princess Kenny.
That's what we like. That's why whenever any of those conspiracy theories turn out to be true, I'm always just like, I knew it. It's like I believed it the whole time. I'm like,
I knew you
I
were.
saw it coming.
I seen you. I know that wasn't a real hologram Tupac. That was you.
Easiest one to point out again. Back in the '80s, conspiracy theorists were saying they're digging tunnels and they're digging stuff under the White House. Some people are like, no, they're lying. There's no way that's happening. That's just conspiracy theories. And you can take tours of the motherfuckers right now.
Right. How about
There's a train system.
the high-speed bullet train system?
Yes.
That goes from Washington to Mount whatever and right outside of Denver?
Yeah.
How about the
An
airport?
yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
It's real.
Dude. First of all, Denver International Airport should be nuked. That
weird stuff
entire
on there.
place is nothing but an altar to whatever these fucking people worship, believe in. Why does the royal family, the Queen of England, okay, and the royal family and other foreign dignitaries, they all own parcels of land on and around that mountain.
I can tell you the
In
answer.
Denver.
I can tell you the answer.
It's a bunker.
It's
first
because
of all.
It's because they've seen the movie 2012.
2012. Yeah.
It's stuff like that, and it's the reason
Happened in
Fort
2011.
Knox is not on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
It's because it's in the middle of the United States.
Well,
Because we're geographically
Fort Knox
isolated.
doesn't have any gold in it anymore.
No, I don't believe it. Yeah, it doesn't.
Nothing. No, they've even said they've got nothing.
It's in the middle of the United States.
Yeah.
So if the coronavirus turns us all into zombies or whatever, then it's an easy place to get to.
Yep.
That's going to be safe.
Yep. And they're protected by a mountain.
Yep.
Like even if bombs drop,
Safe.
yeah, they're protected by fucking hundreds of feet of granite stone. Like
That's why
that radiation's not
That's why
getting
the
through there.
safest job to have in the United States is being a Denver International Airport employee.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
Trust me, they know. You work at a place, you know
they ain't
where the
getting
safe
in.
place to get in.
They ain't getting in.
No.
They ain't getting in. Dude, there are going to be some bad motherfuckers holding fully automatic weapons, making sure of who gets in those doors and who does not.
Ain't those bad motherfuckers don't get in either.
I'm telling you, anybody,
Yeah, them bad motherfuckers probably ain't getting in.
anybody who's on the ground floor of any job knows how to keep themselves safe whenever the shit hits the fan. I'm telling you now.
Like some of those tunnels, the access tunnels near Denver International, like work trucks can't even turn down them because there are armed guards standing there, and they will gun you the fuck down. And they are not wearing any kind of military uniform. They don't have the American flag patch on their shoulder. They don't work for you. they are there for that's like okay, the Vatican has their own police.
Yeah,
and then the
Swedish-
Vatican has assassins.
Yeah,
The Swiss police.
the real guards.
The real motherfuckers walk around in robes and look like priests and cardinals and whatever bishops, and
Turn into Assassin's
these
Creed.
mother.
Yeah,
I
that's what
guarantee,
ninjas did,
I
yo.
guarantee. And these motherfuckers, they have no allegiance
Nope.
to any of the faith. They don't believe in it. They don't care about any god. They are there for a reason. These are like the part
Get
of the
paid.
part of the theory that goes into these assassins that the Vatican has is these are children who were stolen, like either from birth or very early, like in the first year.
Like Silas,
like Jason Bourne.
like Silas from Da Vinci Code.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they are raised without names. They they don't even have names.
That's
They're
too much
just-
connection, yo.
Yeah, exactly. They're raised like Jedi, but also Sith.
Did they get Order 66 though?
Kind of like what they're gonna do for the Black Canary movie, probably, except that's with government instead of like.
You mean Black Widow?
Oh yeah, Black Widow.
Black
I'm sorry,
Widow.
yeah.
Ooh, Natasha Romanoff.
Right. That's gonna be a great flick.
It is gonna be
Yeah.
a great movie.
How to Vince on Guns of Glory.
And yet, my buddy Hawkeye can't get his own movie.
I think he will.
I hope so.
If he does, it's probably a knitting movie. Like, he just fucking takes the arrows and shoots them through each other and makes a big ass quilt. I mean, get the fuck out of here, Hawkeye. And Green Arrow.
What's that thing we used to do with rubber bands? What are those called? Like where you
Oh, I can't
make
remember.
the,
what it was.
make the
yeah,
loom
yeah,
around
yeah.
your finger, and
Yeah, with fucking like, get twine and shit. Just,
I remember that.
that's gonna be Hawkeye's flick.
yeah, fuck out of here too, Green Arrow.
Hey man,
He's rich.
Green Arrow, cool as shit.
He's cool.
Hawkeye can beat Green Arrow.
You think?
First off, Hawkeye's tensile strength is like almost twice that of Green Arrow's in the comics.
Yeah.
They
I have
said
way
it?
too much.
Is
yeah,
Hawkeye
it
a
is.
mutant? Like how
No,
did
no, he just. I think they both kind of had a thing where they were left on a. I can't remember
On
if he
an
was
island?
maybe he was in a circus. No, maybe he was in a circus.
Oh, I gotta read the backstory of Hawkeye now.
Yeah.
'Cause I know like Green Arrow's on an island in
This is
China.
that's where Nightcrawler
Yeah.
came from.
There's a really
Yes?
cool YouTube
Grew up in the
channel called
circus.
Death Battle, where they essentially like just pit people against each other, and they did
Yeah.
Hawkeye versus
Batman versus Deadpool.
Yeah, and
Oh, I saw that
That's
one.
fucking hilarious.
that's pretty cool.
I check it out, Death Battle. I watched a different one, the Hawkeye, the Deadpool.
There's like 20 on there,
like how many?
like 20, 30.
It's like epic rap battles of history.
No,
By the
it's
way,
not, no.
Speaking of Deadpool, somebody needs to get me one of those fucking 10-inch Funko Pop Deadpools from Walmart. God damn it. I can't find one. They're like $30. I need one of these motherfuckers.
I'm wanting the third movie to come out sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's it come out?
I
Too damn long. That's when.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was 2016.
Yeah, the
And
2018.
then 28. So maybe this year,
2020.
maybe next year.
Better be this
Hopefully.
fucking year.
All I know is Josh Brolin needs to be back as Cable because
I
he's
agree.
fantastic.
Definitely will be. Oh,
It's great.
and that
I
fact,
also love that Ryan Reynolds was also Juggernaut, and a lot of people don't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
oh yeah, he did the
Ryan.
voice.
And the head, like Ryan Reynolds is Juggernaut.
That's awesome.
I fucking love it.
Actually, the whole scene in the movie is just fantastic.
Dude,
It's like, I love all
When
your
Juggernaut's
comics.
just pimp smacking him around, Deadpool's like, "All right, big boy." It's like, dude, just
I'm
stop.
such a fan.
Yeah, I can't remember that. I gotta go back and watch it.
Dude, Brad Pitt is the invisible guy.
Oh, when he got electrocuted.
Yes. That whole scene. Well, and Matt Damon is one of the rednecks at the beginning.
Beginning of the movie. Mhm.
I know that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Where they're drinking on the tailgate of the truck.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
the fat one, that's Matt Damon.
What?
And prosthetics and shit.
Let
Yeah.
himself
Yep.
go.
And no, he's in prosthetics. And
Oh,
that's
he's
the
in a
funny
fat
thing.
suit.
Like Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, all these big stars make cameos in the fucking movie, and they didn't want a credit in the movie. They wanted people to have to figure it out.
Yo, they just wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah, they just basically wanted to fuck with people, and they wanted to be in Deadpool.
So they got like high paid actors.
That worked for peanuts.
Yeah.
Dude,
Brad Pitt got paid
most
a cup of coffee.
I think
Just for the cameo.
I think Brad Pitt maybe. I may be talking out of school here, but I think he made like $50,000 for his appearance.
Oh,
That's
great.
one figure I heard.
That's
gas
a Starbucks coffee,
That's
yo.
gas money for him to
Right,
get there.
Yeah.
and I'm, like at that point, Brad Pitt would just be like, "Just keep it."
I don't need it.
Yeah,
I would-
I'm just
Give it
here
to
to
one
have
of my
fun.
kids.
Just shock me.
I got like
let's
8
go.
of them. Angelina. Oh, they broke up. Oh, that's sad now.
It broke. I'm sad now.
Wait, I don't care. Jennifer Aniston, that was the one he should have stayed with.
Mm.
Angelina Jolie's tight, but she got
How?
flat back.
Ooh, she's not attractive.
She looks decent.
No.
She's not that bad.
No.
She
bro.
looks like she's ready to be like a crazy ex that's waiting.
She has no muscle tone and a flat ass.
Her face just throws me. I know. Look,
She looks
if
like
people are
Alien
into
without
it-
the mask.
Yeah, man, I can't do it.
Predator.
But Jennifer Aniston, the older she gets, the
The
hotter
hotter.
she gets.
We
I
are
don't
the
understand.
Millers.
Fucking J-Lo. Did you see that
J-
new picture of her in her bikini on the beach?
Did you see her? As,
Mother.
I saw the bikini bitch.
Mother. What?
Did you see her at SNL when she was wearing yoga pants? Fat ass.
God.
Awesome.
It's craziness.
God damn.
I had some people also give some other topics that we should talk about today.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Way to get involved, guys.
Right.
Awesome.
Do you listen to the show though?
I'm
That's
wondering.
the question.
I'm wondering.
Okay,
how many
hey,
Sam
we
put
do
on there.
have to throw this out because today's Super Bowl Sunday.
No.
Oh, I thought you
All
were
right.
going to say Groundhog Day.
We're gonna get to that too.
Holy shit! What if
Yes.
it's a repeat?
We're
We're repeating the show every day,
Yeah.
and we don't know it.
Somebody's gonna
how
figure out
scary is that shit could happen and you would never know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like one
gosh.
person on the planet would know, and that person would try to fucking tell people, and he'd be labeled crazy.
It's that 12-year-old kid that they YouTube video.
God damn
The
it!
Hydrogen Collider dude.
Don't fuck with me. That's gonna make me mad.
If I wake up tomorrow and it's like Sunday at 11 a.m., I'm like, God damn it, not again.
So Super Bowl, who you got?
Chiefs.
Nubs?
I'll be at work. I'm just gonna pick one. San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm picking Kansas City,
I am too, man. They're a division rival for the Raiders, but I'm rooting for them.
and I think I picked the final score to be 41. No, what did I pick?
27 to 30.
41-27, I think is what I picked,
That's what's gonna be.
and that Kansas City.
I think it's gonna be closer than that. Did you know the comedian Josh Blue was cerebral palsy?
Mhm.
Do you know that Do you know that he had a prediction for the Super Bowl? Do you know how he did it? He took an axe and he hurled it at at a photo of of their logo. Like he had to throw it from the side.
And he picked San Francisco
No,
and
he
Kansas City.
He picked Kansas City. And I was sitting watching it with Andy, and he showed it to me, and Andy's like, I don't think people with cerebral palsy should be wielding axes. Because Josh Blue wasn't even looking at it when he threw it. Like he just kind of hurled it a little bit and it just landed on the thing.
Don't he got like T-Rex arms though?
Huh?
Don't he got like T-Rex arms?
Kind of, yeah.
I looked that shit up.
So Groundhog Day.
That's a good movie.
Best movie.
Apparently,
it.
there's going to be a tremendous commercial during the Super Bowl where they reenact it. Like, even Ned Ryerson's in it. Bill Murray. Yeah, like the
wow.
whole gang.
Is this the first time Super Bowl's been on Groundhog Day?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I would doubt that.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, this is what, Super Bowl 54?
Yeah, it's been on before.
Yeah, I would imagine it would have had to have at some point.
I gotta watch that commercial when it comes on. That's probably that halftime show.
No, it'll just be a commercial.
I wonder if that's the groundhog who they think's gonna win the Super Bowl when he came out.
If you see the shadow, it's the Chiefs.
Yeah. Who dominates the 49ers?
Yeah.
So what about this coronavirus?
I like Corona. Not bad.
When someone said that they had the coronavirus, I thought the coronavirus was what we used to call like a hangover. Like,
Yeah. I mean, who named this shit?
Hey, coronavirus.
Hey, mama, wait
like
up.
I see that like, everybody's like terrified of it, but like you know you can like
You kill it with alcohol.
Yeah, you can kill it by washing
So-
your hands.
Drink water.
No, drink alcohol.
No, drink water.
Drink chicken soup and Sprite. You'll be okay.
No, just drink some bourbon or some vodka.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
The hair of the dog.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
Drink some actual Corona.
You know, I've never understood that
like
phrase, and I don't know where it comes from.
I don't know.
It's
Either.
hair of the
Hair of the
dog.
dog.
Hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah, we know what it
the
means.
fuck
but
does that mean?
I don't know. It's probably some drunk person said that, and everybody thought that was sounding like good advice. So they just kept doing it.
I always like looking up places where phrases came from.
Right.
I just can't remember any right now.
That's one I need to look up. Well, that's like it's so many people say this phrase wrong. You wanna have your cake and eat it too.
No, she never said
That's
that.
not
Yeah,
how
she
you
never
say
said
it.
that.
Yeah.
You wanna have your cake.
You want to eat your cake and have it too.
Okay, I just want to be sure. I'm allowed to have cake, right? I'm just concerned. I just want to make sure that that's okay.
Someone
Wait.
said there'd be cake.
What?
Like, I just want to make sure that I can have some.
Like, you get it, right, Nubs?
I'm trying to figure it out because
Okay,
I thought it was
look.
like let them all eat cake.
No, look, okay, it's people say it wrong when they say you want to have your cake and eat it too. Well, yeah, if I have the cake,
I'm gonna fucking eat it.
I'm gonna fucking eat it.
I like ice cream
I'm not gonna
cake,
look
though,
at
not
it.
regular
We're not gonna
cake,
have
though.
conversations. But
I'm gonna make love to it, maybe.
you hold on. You want to eat your cake and have it too means like, okay, this Gatorade.
Yeah,
I want to drink this Gatorade.
yeah.
But I still want it to be there.
You
I want
want
to use it all up,
an
but I still
unlimited
want it
supply.
to right.
Right.
You want to keep on having the cake.
Exactly.
Okay,
Now it makes sense, right?
I got you.
Yeah. Because having your cake and eating it is logic. Eating your cake and still wanting to have it
It's illogical.
It's just greed.
Well, don't you technically still have it because it's like in your stomach?
I mean, I guess you could eat that cake again eventually.
You have 2 or
but
3 days.
It, not even
I
that
mean,
long, probably.
Yes.
I want it. If you, hey,
If you lactose in Tannerite,
Yeah.
as fucking
Lactose in
Upchurch,
Tannerite.
as Upchurch says, God damn it, I love it.
yeah,
Ask that black white lady if she has any cereal.
low, Vicky,
God damn it.
get some habanero sauce and it'll come out real quick. Oh, what happened to you last time on the show?
What are you talking about?
You got sick.
Yeah, I had pneumonia.
Oh, I thought you said you.
No,
Oh, you
like
pussy.
I started like breathing and feeling like I was being stabbed.
Oh,
so
that
I went
sucks.
to an urgent care and they're like, "You got pneumonia," and then I was like, "Oh, can I go to work?" And they're like, "Well, if you feel like it."
Nope. Sure don't.
Stay home.
I
Stay
did.
your sick ass home.
I did. I called in for like a day, and then like I went to work, and then like somebody tried to get violent with one of my coworkers. So then like I intervened, and then like
You sneeze on them.
no, I ended up like almost like dying from like feeling like I was being stabbed, and then like my boss was like, "Go home, Chris," and I was like out for like a week.
Damn, son.
It sucked.
Glad to have you back though.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back. I mean, moving.
What about these topics on Facebook?
Well, so there's another one here that I have a perfect frame of reference from this morning because I went grocery shopping, but
Did Sam
No.
Sam put it on there?
no,
Is it trains?
it's Glenda. Glenda was
Okay.
like, Walmart people. Let me just tell you that as I was driving out of the parking lot, it hit me that a lot of people that frequent Walmart are the same people that you will see on Facebook bitching about the state of things and the way things are. But these people really give no fucks about anyone else. You can tell that from the way they push a cart through the store with no concern for anyone else's safety.
You can tell by how they
That's
dress.
absolutely true. They'll drive right down the middle of the lane.
No concern for their safety.
Stay on your fucking side.
When they just bolt out of a door into the drive lane, or they just walk down the middle of the drive aisle.
Oh, I hate that. Oh my god! Look,
No concern for their own goddamn safety.
That's where the term "stand in your lane" should apply. I will cart check somebody in a Walmart. I have no qualms of doing that. Or you know what else I'll do? I'll wait till they're not looking. I'll start knocking shit into their cart.
Just like putting it inside the cart.
I'll just knock something else.
Like a cat on a fucking table side.
Yeah,
Like
I'll like start knocking like a little bit like 6 boxes of Lucky Charms that we didn't even notice.
Why do I have 14 boxes of stovetop?
yo, then they start beating their kids.
Yep.
Because they're pissed off. Because like, no, I told you you ain't getting that.
It's Walmart. There's always a kid being beat somewhere.
Or
Oh, that on a leash.
Or what you do is you do something, or it's even more expensive. You start putting like razor blades or something, and then it's going to check.
When I see a kid on a
Oh, my
leash,
God.
I want to ask if they're a therapy pet.
Is that a service kid?
Yeah,
Are you
a
a service kid? Are you a service kid? Are you a
like-
freak on a leash?
What are they trying to do?
Hey, catch a treat. They just put it.
Oh my God, service kids!
It's like if you
God
have,
damn it, I love it.
it's like if you have a
Yeah.
seizure, will they tell somebody?
If I was that kid, I'd be like, no. I'm like, you can just die.
That's what you get for putting a leash on me,
Like,
Martha.
I'm not supposed to pet the kid, right? No.
Is he working right now, or can I pet him?
Can I feed him a treat?
Can I give him a treat?
There's a piece of cheese and sausage on a toothpick. Can I just hand it to him? Free samples.
You know, there's at least one person listening to this who puts their kid on a leash and is like, these motherfuckers.
They really, people really think that of me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. If you've got your kid on a leash, I just automatically, I pass judgment.
It's twice as good as the spongy leash.
You know what we should do?
You see the kid take off running and get snapped back. Bungee.
Do you know what we should do? We should make a video where we do Wal-Martians go to Target.
Do what?
Like Wal-Martians go to Target. But like, look, they got box one. It's both alcoholic and convenient.
My God.
Yo, LSD wants to do skits and shit. He got some camera. We can make that shit pop in June and July.
My God.
Walmart people go to Target.
Wal-Martians.
Do you have the dog here? Do you have the dog here? Or does he only come out for special occasions?
You guys actually dress nice. Wow. I mean, your
You
asshole's
guys
not.
have all your teeth.
What?
This is weird.
What? You mean people can be civilized?
I heard you can eat your cake and have it too here.
Oh my God.
So if you're at Walmart where you don't get cake.
Wal-Martians go to Target.
That's the best thing.
I am so happy about this.
That's what happened.
Fuck.
And also,
You know somebody else is going to steal this shit from us
they
right
can't.
now, though.
Copyright.
Yeah.
Copyright. Patent pending.
Also, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Here's my empty smart water bottle.
Go fill it up upstairs, Izzy.
Tap water I had before I came over here.
Yes.
You know, that smart water bottle probably has more bacteria in it than the faucet tap water.
That thing been ran through more than fucking like Paris
a
Hilton.
Gymtown hooker.
I was gonna say Paris Hilton. All right. Yeah.
Maybe that's what the minerals are. Or
Calcium deposit.
or electrolytes.
No, it's her. It's Paris's
It's
lazy
got
eye.
electrolytes.
That's
what
conspiracy
plants
shit right
crave.
there.
You're right. We're biting.
Go away, baiting. I watched that movie again the other night.
That's a great movie.
God damn it.
I watched the whole movie just from this fucking show.
It kind of makes me afraid.
It
Really, like Mike. I love that Mike Judge is like, I never intended for this to become a documentary.
But it does, just with how fast stupid people have kids and how like slow like smart people don't. Like how slow they don't. Like
Torn. That does not say proud for you.
no.
That does not. You gotta wrap that shit up,
God
B.
damn it.
You gotta wrap that shit up, B.
Or else you're gonna end up being filmed in the sequel.
Yeah. Idiocracy too. The abominable snowman.
Torrance gonna be President Camacho.
Hey, we ain't listen to this short ass.
Shut up, baby DMX. You need some electrolytes.
You need it.
God damn it.
I like these questions on Facebook. It leads to like a whole bunch of
Right,
good shit.
yeah,
it does. This is
just
a good
fucking
idea.
random bullshit.
That's fucking great.
So,
Walmart.
dude, I saw when I was walking into Walmart, I got to see the contrast of a woman who should not be wearing yoga pants and a woman who absolutely
Should.
just made me enjoy every fucking centimeter of fabric that was painfully stretching around every fucking curve of her ass and thighs.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was fantastic. And the sad thing is, okay, look, I'm going to say, I get if you're in a relationship for a couple years, you know, you just kind of, a lot of people become numb to their partner or whatever. But if you got a girl that looks like that and she wears yoga pants out in public with you, how are you walking like 5 feet in front of her while she's pushing the cart? Motherfucker, I'm standing right beside her and my hand's going to be on that ass.
I'm standing right behind her.
Right. I'm going to walk behind her and just be like, this is a great view. This is why I love you.
I'm gonna tie our legs together so we walk in unison.
Do you think going to a yoga class is cheaper than going to a strip club?
No.
No.
I don't know. I'm not paying for either. I'm not paying for either.
Right.
So.
I'm
pay
not
for
either,
both.
but I don't know. Well,
Either way, I'm gonna get some ass on my face.
Let's look at it this way. Let's say a yoga studio. How much you figure it costs to join a yoga studio for a month? Look that up for me, Izzy.
Okay,
Well, shit,
We're
yeah.
gonna do some. We're
I
gonna
think
do some
let's
simple
do-
economics
I
right
think
now.
it's $20 a month for yoga
We're
101.
gonna do some Bulldog Unchained economics for the world right now.
And Knubsie already knows how much going to a strip club costs.
Yeah.
Fuck, hold on. You got to pay cover to get in the strip club.
That's
Unless
like-
you friend like.
Depends on which strip club you go to. That could be up
Right.
towards $20.
It is $15 to $25 an hour.
An hour?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yoga only lasts like 90 minutes usually, so you're paying like what?
But is there
$22?
not any yoga studio around here that just has a monthly fee?
I think
They're-
yoga 101.
They have hot. That's no. I gotta warn you about that. That is not. My wife found that out the hard way.
What?
Yoga 101 here in town is not. That doesn't mean it's a 101 beginner class. That's
No,
the temperature
yeah.
inside.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
temperature. That's hot yoga.
There's a degree symbol right
That
behind
is,
the 101.
that is the temperature. Do not trust a yoga class that is a number after it.
She missed that, Izzy. She missed the degree
Yoga
behind.
180.
She did, and I had to suffer because of that for a while.
I bet.
Are there any yoga studios around here that charge a monthly fee?
Oh, okay.
That's what I want to break down.
Typing in Bob's Yoga.
Bob's Yoga.
Yoga.
Those are probably not the women that I want to see in a yoga class.
Oh, have you been to Bob's gym?
Not in a long time.
Ooh, I know Bob's North.
They will charge you.
Everyone.
They will not let you use their bathroom unless you are a member.
You talking about?
I will shit on the floor in the lobby.
I will drop
give a
Duke
fuck.
by the check-in.
I have checked.
Which one'd you go to?
I bet they will regret
One in your
that
town.
day.
There's like 4 of them.
There's like, which, where's
Is anybody looking this up?
I'm
Yeah,
looking
I'm
up
trying
right
to find it.
now. Lunch
Come on.
Power Yoga class, $12.
They got 5-star rates.
No, there's not a monthly though. Like,
Yeah, actually, there's an Evansville Yoga Center.
okay.
And then there's Yoga 101.
Do they have a monthly fee?
Oh, okay. I'm looking it up.
I don't want hourly. That's like if you're not willing to commit.
Okay.
And I am not afraid of commitment
Sign up now.
They
to
have
go
their-
stare at asses in yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, it says around the website, Izzy.
I'm
It's
on-
heated to 101 degrees.
I'm on their website right now at the 101. That sounds terrible.
Hot Yoga Studio.
They have Tai Chi as well.
It's in all caps.
What?
The word hot.
Maybe she thought that meant like fire or something. Like.
Zelina Vega sporting a nice camel toe.
Yes. Have you
there-
seen her doing her?
Fucking Alistair Black, dude.
So lucky.
Lucky motherfucker.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is. Drop-in class is $13. Monthly pass. Why does that say $69?
I think
Okay,
it's probably
that's funny. That's good. I like it. I like it. So $69.
Oh, for the yoga, I got it now. Took me a minute.
$69 for yoga class per month. Now, let's break
That had to
down.
have been intentional.
Now,
It had
and
to.
does it say anything about how many times you can go in the month? Or?
30 consecutive days. Hang on.
Wow,
You can go every day.
Go every day.
Yeah.
All right. It already has a strip club beat. Say that you got to pay $15
To get in.
just to get in the strip club. That's 4 times, and right there, that's $60. $10 more. You got unlimited access to all these fucking asses
That's
in
cheap.
yoga pants.
That was weird.
Now, granted, they're not going to be naked, but have you ever really been to a strip club? Most of the girls that are in there getting naked, you don't want to see them naked anyway.
I accidentally went to a strip club to see a drag show.
It was probably better than
It was
most
kind
of the
weird.
actual strippers.
My cousin has started doing drag, and he said, "Come watch me do drag." And I said, "Oh, is there going to be like strippers there?" And he goes, "No, we're going after them."
Was that a busybody?
No, it was at Lucky Lady.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was on Sunday.
Yeah, he was wrong. So I was there with both my wife and my aunt, his mom, who came to watch it. So I'm sitting there with like these strippers walking around, and I'm like, eyes on the floor. Eyes
Yeah,
on the
they
floor.
don't
Fuck all
leave.
that. I'll be sitting here like, baby, did you see her? Oh my god.
Like yo, she. Oh,
Although they did ask my wife for a dollar dance.
Well, yeah.
yeah. Like Amy, take it.
Yeah, she declined it. She said no.
Amy, you don't know yoga
She
101.
politely said no.
You don't know how to
So
take
look,
a dollar dance from a
Hold
stripper.
on. So look, then you got to buy. You got to get your drink and shit while you're in there.
Yep.
Yeah, too.
And then if you tip, you're probably going to spend $10 to $20,
Depending how
even on
drunk
the,
you are.
Even on the cheap end, tipping $20. You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
throughout. So you're looking at let's go modest, and we'll say $35 a visit. That's like minimum. Okay.
When I went regularly, it was 120 a visit.
So you go 4 times. That's $140. Whereas you can pay half of that at $69 and go to this yoga class and just be like, I don't feel like participating today, but I still need to be here.
Yes.
And just sit against the wall at the back of the class
Yes.
and just
Yep.
enjoy.
You know what? I'm just thinking right now. If we had these examples in math right now when we were in school, we'd be in fucking Mars right now.
They should. This is why I should be an economics teacher. I'll make people interested. I'll get you hooked. Okay.
How to balance checkbooks.
Right.
Like,
I'll teach you.
we just-
I'll teach you about credits and debits.
We just
children.
made math interesting.
Right.
The fucking worst thing, school doesn't teach you shit about life.
Right. That's why Bulldog Unchained exists.
Yes.
We're here to educate America's youth.
How much did we just fucking talk about to people they didn't know about?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
First of all, Wal-Martians.
Wal-Martians.
Top of the episode right there. Way to
Mandela
go.
effect. There you go. Right.
Fuck Mandela effect. Izzy's Wal-Martians.
Wal-Martians. Wal-Martians going to Target.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, I need to write down some show notes here. Fuck. We've been balls deep in this conversation.
right.
It's a good episode.
It is.
I thought it was gonna be shit because like Tucker wasn't here.
Goddamn.
But
What all
how's it
we
gonna be?
talking?
How's it gonna be bad whenever I come on the air?
Izzy, stop
What?
talking. I gotta itch my ankle.
It's always great when you come on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't really think so.
I bring
but-
the weird.
Okay.
That's-
You're a Green Arrow fan.
I'm just. You know how hard it's been all day long, Knubsie, not to use your real name on here.
I know.
Like I have been actively concentrating not to call you by your real name the whole time.
I don't know why it's so hard.
It's cool to have a nickname.
You got a nickname, Izzy.
I know I do.
It's Izzy, but you just don't like it.
That's right. I do not like it.
It's your last name
I know.
and your nickname.
I know. And my niece's nickname.
Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
Do we all call you Izzy?
I know everybody does.
I call you Izzy because I don't want to call you Chris because it's weird. Because
That is weird.
that's my name.
See, you just did it.
My name is
See, you just did it. It was not me.
I did it indirectly though.
Oh, okay.
Like around a circle.
It's like we're coming here. We're like Peter Parker from Avengers. Oh, we're using our made up names.
Oh, you should have made up.
Why do you keep calling my mouth Spider-Man? Because it sure is a Peter Parker.
Yeah, there.
Woot.
I am Groot. Wait, what?
I am Woot.
They got new Fast Furious coming out.
Oh yeah, F9.
I saw that. Yeah, I watched the commercial for that.
Han's back. That's crazy.
You know, they really missed an opportunity with Fast 5
That was the best
to
one.
have Brock Lesnar in it and just call it F5.
That would probably.
And
Yo, when they said that a dead character was coming back, I was like, how they do it with Paul Walker?
well, hold on.
He was gonna be a
Hold
hologram
on.
the whole time.
There's enough footage of Paul Walker now. Like there's enough footage, and with the technology that they have to do the deep fake stuff, like Dr. Fakenstein and all those dudes, they could totally, like, eventually that's what we're going to.
Yep.
Like dead celebrities. Celebrities are never really going to die when it comes to movies.
Carrie
and
Fisher,
TV.
dude.
Well, yeah, like TV and film, like they're never going to die. They're still going to be able to be used in movies.
Oh, true. And they're already on like immortalized.
Right.
Like we're immortalized right now because of words.
Like, I don't know anybody that would be upset if, even knowing Carrie Fisher is dead, but
just
if they
sad.
make another Star Wars movie, Carrie Fisher's in it, and they figure out a way to do deep fake And there's enough dialogue that she's spoken through the years, interviews, movies, TV, and enough image of her, they could totally still have Princess Leia.
That'd be nice.
Like,
I like Princess Leia.
I do too. It's gonna be. I think it'll be heavily criticized.
Better than
I think if we're
fucking
gonna do
Hawkeye.
that, it's gonna be heavily criticized more now.
but
that she's dead.
here's the thing. It's going to be criticized the first
Or
time it
let me
happens.
phrase it. Scrutinized.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
going to
meant.
be
Yeah.
scrutinized the first time it happens, no matter what. What better way to do it, though, than to honor someone on the scale of Princess Leia? Like, why not? Why not? I
think.
Here's how I look at
I
it.
think it'd be good.
Here's how I look at it. Ask her daughter. And if her daughter says, my mother would love that, that's the end of the fucking discussion. That's it.
Yeah, no matter
That's
what you
end of
feel.
story. That's it.
That's her loins right there. You know what I'm saying?
Carrie Fisher's loins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jason Mewes got to shove his face down there too.
When was this?
Dogma. She was the nun driving the fucking station or driving the car that picks
Weren't
them
you
up.
paying attention to that movie?
I didn't know who she was at the time.
What?
I didn't see Star Wars before I saw Dogma. I saw Star
Or no,
Wars.
not Dogma. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I get still.
I assume it's
But-
all in the same universe.
Right.
And I think it is.
Yeah.
Like one's really close and one's far, far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. One's Milky Way, one's Andromeda.
I got that.
Yeah. I'm fucking great. Knubsie's just looking at me with such contempt right
Man,
now.
I don't know what the. I
It
don't-
was the
I'm-
Hadron Collider that did it.
You're not getting what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, I got you. The Halo.
Like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
That galaxy is very close.
Yes.
And then Princess Leia is far, far away.
Oh, the Star. I got
Oh! And welcome to the conversation.
Took me a minute.
Welcome to the show.
you. I think that's how it starts.
glad
The
you're
galaxy
here.
far, far
Slowest
away.
horse finishes the race.
Yes. Well, the last name says it all.
And it's broken ankle. Picking up the rear.
I wonder if the horse named Broken Ankle. And it's sprained ACL coming around the corner.
And it's heading to the glue factory. And there's the headbang for the day.
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought you was naming another horse. And I was like, oh yeah, because I hit the mic.
Headbang.
Headbang.
Headbang horse.
Headbang horse. Here comes shot through the face horse. Oh, I was playing Skyrim. It reminds me. And I was doing a bow and arrow. And I fucking shot this deer right through the asshole. And it went in slow motion. And he was like, oof. I like laughed so fucking hard. It's like, and he fucking.
It'd be great if the deer in the game had a human voice that goes, oof. When you shot it in the asshole.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Yeah,
That
it's
took
like-
an arrow to the asshole.
Dude, it was the best. I wish I was recording that shit because that's just oof. And it fucking, oh man, that shit was so great.
Oh my God.
I don't, dude. I'm telling you should download. If anybody ever plays Skyrim, they should download the mods that they have for that game. because
mods are
they're
good.
fantastic. I downloaded one that added like cooking equipment in, so you can like beat people to death with like pots and pans and shit.
They got a train mod
Yeah, so I
for Sam.
they do.
Yeah, death by train.
I walked around wearing a chef's hat with a frying pan, yelling, "I'm Chef Boyardee, motherfucker!" Just people.
I'm assuming this is only on PC, right?
No, you can do this for Xbox.
Really?
Yeah,
You can add mods on the bots.
yeah.
I thought it was just PC with
No.
the.
How?
No, you just download it. You
Do
can.
they have like a community?
Yeah, that
Okay,
makes updates.
kind of
for
like
us.
WWE 2K games.
Oh, yeah,
where
with
they
download
got
characters.
community
Yeah.
creations. And okay.
That
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Because look, Knubsie, you've played some 2K games, right?
Yeah.
WWE.
2K20 sucked
The
ass.
created wrestlers
That's my favorite part.
are usually better than the ones in the game.
Yeah.
awesome.
Like even the ones that they have in the game, the community creation, for whatever reason, someone will figure out a way to make them look a million times better.
They have, and you get like the Joker. You get like
Oh yeah, dude! They got all all of the Mortal Kombat characters
Yeah,
and their
Sub-Zero,
multiple
dude.
like
That's
outfits
awesome.
and shit.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
man!
somebody put some time and effort in that
I
shit.
created an entire Marvel wrestling league on like 2K17
That's
on
just some
WWE
time.
2K17.
awesome.
Did you put a moveset to it too?
What?
Did you put movesets to it too, or just the people, just like the
Yeah,
parents?
no, like they had their own unique moveset.
God damn,
But it
son.
was like all of the X-Men, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Deadpool's in there.
That's awesome.
Fucking all of them. Like everybody's there. Hulk. It's great. And I refused to partake in any of the matches. I just acted as the booker and would create the matches. Like, I had 2 weekly shows and then a pay-per-view once a month.
You had general manager mode?
Yeah, kinda, but it was in universe mode.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just created their own shows. And yeah, it's
Sounds
fucking
awesome.
great,
It's
man.
like Civil War before Civil War.
Yes. And what's really fun to watch, because you've got all the villains too. So it was really cool to see when there would be like unlikely tag teams that would never fucking happen. Like one of my favorites ever was Green Goblin and Punisher became a tag team. And within like a month they won the tag team championships and held those motherfuckers for like 8 months together. Like they were unstoppable.
Well, what would their name be?
It's great. The Green Punisher.
But the team and I'll never forget this, the team that beat them was
Algae Force.
no, the team that
Aqua
beat
Team
them
Hunger Force.
was
Carl.
Nightcrawler and Juggernaut.
Ooh. That'd be nice.
It was
What would their name be? The Poof Magicians.
Crawler Knot.
Crawling on.
Crawler Knot,
Crawler Dad. Crawl Daddy.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
There you go.
There you go.
That's fucking nice.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds awesome. I'm surprised that nobody's tried to bring back like.
And I had Professor Xavier as a manager.
Of course.
I got you.
He's just fucking.
Rigging the fights over there.
Yeah, like.
I'm surprised nobody's tried to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch using that.
Dude, that'd be-
Celebrity Deathmatch is supposed to be coming back.
I know.
It better be as great as it was back in the day.
I doubt it.
Doubt it
because everybody gets all up in their feelings and butthurt about everything now.
Oh, you mean this stuff's not real? It's just here for my entertainment? I'm gonna get pissed about it.
There's only one show that's immune to.
South Park.
Yep.
Yep.
South Park is the only show that's immune to all criticism, and that's because everyone has figured out very quickly Trey Parker and Matt Stone do not give a fuck about your feelings, and Comedy Central does not give a fuck enough to ruin that kind of money.
No.
They even tried to get South Park canceled.
This is
Not
impossible.
gonna happen.
They started it. Had the hashtag,
Oh, yeah.
hashtag cancel South Park, and no, it's
I
never
remember
gonna happen.
seeing the advert. for
They
that.
are condemned to do that fucking show till they die.
They have plenty of material.
They'll never let it. Yeah. Well, then now they pretty much just talk about like just topical stuff.
It's not even
It's
like-
always been that way. 7 Days to Air. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, that's a good
It's
show.
fucking amazing. They've got backup episodes ready to go in case they never make it. But they basically Thursday morning start getting everything ready for Wednesday night, like the following Wednesday night. And usually the show is being handed, like it's being turned into a Comedy Central executive like an hour or two before it airs.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So they don't have a chance to say we're not really digging this.
Yeah, right. Like
Okay.
tough shit. This is what you got.
They don't get a chance to watch it. It's just like,
Right.
all right.
Right.
I like in that documentary, like when they were talking about like if they don't have enough time for it, just like Trey Parker just has to go upstairs and just start thinking, and he'll just come back downstairs just with gold because he just went and sat on the toilet for a little bit.
I like sitting on top thing. That's why I do my best thinking.
I love that Trey Parker's gotten his kids involved in it too, like doing the voices and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
So they're gonna get paid so well.
Dude,
They get paid more than us.
I just, you know what? I'm gonna
Dude,
look up something just to make myself feel awful.
I can't remember if it was in that or if it was something else because I loved it when they got nominated for like the Emmy for the first time, whatever. They went dressed, like just wearing dresses and stuff.
Yeah, they was
Yep.
tripping off acid that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were both on acid.
Anytime somebody brought it up, they'd just be like, "We're just having a great time,"
Yeah.
you know, just such a magical event.
Damn.
How
I just looked up Trey Parker's net worth. $500 million.
I believe it.
That's a lot. And he lives in Colorado.
I could see him just living like a 2-bedroom house too.
No,
Just not even care.
I think that they've got a nice home.
Oh,
probably
probably.
like 3 or 4 bedrooms,
I have
2
a
and a half
penthouse in
bath.
downtown Denver.
But
Straight up.
but they, yeah, I bet it's not extravagant or just.
It's like Bill Gates.
Dude, Troy Polamalu. That dude made so much money playing for the Steelers. And when I met him in 2005, when I went out there, like I got to go to the player parking lot to wait for the players to come out there and everything, and it was fucking awesome. And dude, there are Ferraris, Porsches, and all this shit everywhere. Troy Polamalu gets into his Kia Sportage. Bro, I'm not even exaggerating, man.
Wow.
The guy drove a Kia Sportage, and it was like 2 or 3 years old.
I bet you're still making payments on it.
Probably.
Dude.
Build credit, son. That's how you build the credit.
But, and then, like, he and his wife and their kids, they live in, like, a very modest home. Like, he's just, he made it very clear. He was like, yes, I want, as much money as I can get doing this because I want I want financial security for my family, but we don't live, out of normal means.
It's like Mila Kunis.
Well, that's because most people, they don't know how to handle that much money, so they blow through all of it like real quick.
Yep.
I can't handle the money I get right
Dude,
now.
Most lottery winners
Got that Subi.
That's broke as shit daily.
most lottery winners become super depressed right after it happens.
And motherfuckers hit you all the time.
And the reason why is because the majority of people who play the lottery never have a plan for if they actually win.
Well, nobody knows how to handle that
And
much money.
I've talked about this before, and that's why before I make, like, if I won a Powerball or Mega Millions or whatever, before I made any major spending decisions, like aside from a house, car, blah blah blah, like those are. And when I say a house, I don't mean like a $500,000 house. I mean like $150,000, $200,000 home. 3-4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car, hopefully 3-car garage. I'll probably spend more money on the garage that I would have built on the property for other specialty vehicles that I will acquire.
Like an airboat.
Like an airboat.
Yeah, one of those.
No, I'm just talking like, I wouldn't even have like expensive exotic cars. I would have like classic muscle cars, mostly Mopar.
Oh, yeah.
Like fucking
GTO.
69 Plymouth Roadrunner.
Talking about 65 Tempest.
Son.
I wouldn't be responsible at all. I would buy like a white suit and like a ton of miniature animals.
I'll buy a bunch
The
of
other
horses.
thing, like, the other thing that like
like a foot
so
tall.
I would hire a CPA. I'd have my own accountant, and then I would hire 2 attorneys that don't like each other, so that I got checks and balances. These motherfuckers are going to watch each other like hawks, and they're going to come to me with anything. Like the first time they see somebody doing something out of sorts, you're fucked.
I like that.
Yeah,
They're going to tell on each other. They're going to rat each other out.
Your job is to snitch.
Yeah, you are professional snitches. This is what you do. You work
like
for
that.
me. This is what you do. And then other than that, I'm not an extravagant type of person. Like I would have one thing nice that I would do, studio.
In the studio.
The studio would probably cost more money than my house too. The studio would be awesome. Like it would be a place that people like, our friends and people we know that are associated with the show would want to come hang out even if they're not on the show. They would still want to fucking come be there. And
Gotta have the separate
yeah.
areas.
Have like
Yeah.
We rappel down from the fucking
we'd have
ceiling
the
like
fish
Mission
bowl.
Impossible.
Yeah.
No, we'd have the fish bowl. Like that's soundproof where people can still see us and hear on monitor speakers out in the lobby and stuff while they're hanging out.
that.
But they can be out there playing video games, hanging out, drinking, whatever.
mini fridges.
Yeah. But other than that,
Point at me for it.
other than that, my
it'd be
life,
cool.
my life would
Yeah, there's a
consist.
fridge. Of course, it'd be cool.
My life would consist mostly of toys and video games. And if I've got millions of dollars, I ain't going broke. I'm not like, millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Yeah.
Oh my
like
gosh.
that's for me, that kind of like most people look at that kind of money and they're like, oh man, I'm gonna buy a Ferrari and I'm gonna buy $1 million home. And I'm like, you're an idiot and you shouldn't be allowed to think with that kind of money. For me, I look at that money. First of all, say the $40 million, just the bare bones minimum of Mega Millions or Powerball, $40 million. If I won that after cash option and taxes, you're bringing home like $18.2 million, I think, in the state of Indiana. $18 million. Immediately, $9 million of that does not exist to me. It's invested in long, basically, I would invest $9 million and I would demand, I would say, look, if you want me to invest this $9 million, I need it in writing and I need it notarized that this $9 million is going to net me 7% return a year. and you get $9 million, and I get 7% of that every year. And the majority of that 7% is just going to get flipped back into that $9 million. And I'm going to keep recouping 7% off of this growing amount. I'm not going to be broke.
Live off the interest,
yeah. I would look at that money as that money means I don't ever have to work for anyone other than myself another day in my life. And I get to have fun with my friends and people I care about. Like, we get to go have fun and do exciting shit together.
Do we
and,
go?
Like, I would straight up, like, Villain Media LLC would blow up, and I would basically hire a majority of my friends as contracted workers to come work for Villain Media. And, dude, you've got a killer job now. You got a killer fucking job. You get to have fun all goddamn day. Whatever I'm doing that day, if you decide, like if I say, hey man, I'm just gonna charter a jet. If there's enough people that want to go, I'm gonna charter a jet. And we're gonna go
to Paris.
Sure.
Okay, and we got taken.
Or hey, I'm gonna go to Toronto for the weekend and go catch the Leafs versus Habs game in the Scotiabank Center. Who wants to go?
Oh my gosh.
Let's fucking go.
I'll know just to go.
Let's go to
Right.
I don't even watch hockey.
Let's go to a camel race and bet on camels.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds awesome.
In the desert?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Make sure you bring water, though.
Yeah.
It's hot over there.
That shit
It's
sounds
hot.
like some fun.
It's hot over there. The hot and Chad.
Is it? Fucking Chad.
Fucking Chad.
It's way more responsible than I'd be. I'd probably like take like $2 million and like say I'd bury it somewhere.
No, and then you forget. Yeah, no, I ain't doing any shit like that.
I'll probably take like all the money, just like, all right, ladies, listen, you're paid.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie at all. I would anytime if I became a fucking millionaire like that, anytime anyone spoke to me, just know that I'm high as fuck.
Yeah,
High as giraffe pussy.
and my air is fucking like
like. And I wouldn't care. I could be in the most conservative state in the United States, and I will spark up a joint wherever the fuck I'm at because that's how little of a fuck I would give.
Are you gonna arrest me?
Like I will buy your police department.
Right.
Fire
Like,
you.
you know what? I own this entire town now. Shut up.
Yeah.
Your town's worth like $700,000. I just bought it.
Yeah.
like,
Your GDP
fuck off.
I will
is
buy
like
your.
below the average of my money every day.
I will buy your town and rename it Butthole. And
Yeah.
you live.
And now you live in a butthole.
Do not test me.
And guess what? The town across the street is called Face, and your butthole is now my face.
That's some rich people threats right there.
Yeah, that's
Right.
definitely rich people threats. I
Like,
will buy your
that's-
life.
That's it right there. Like it would just my life would be about fun. And that's a problem. I've seen too many people like read the stories and stuff and seen those documentaries about people that won the lottery and they became miserable, and I'm like, well, you don't know the most important word when something like that happens, and that is no. Because all these charities, first of all these charities are going to get a hold of you. And I have no problem saying no. There are literally only 2 charities that I would donate money to. And that is Riley's Children's Hospital and 3. And St. Jude's and Ronald McDonald Charity. Like Ronald McDonald House.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anything that takes the complete burden off of a family with sick children. Like St. Jude, the family never sees a bill. I'm all about that. Cool. Fuck yeah. What can I do to help?
That's really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, they're
St.
awesome.
Jude's, if
They're
your kid gets accepted into St. Jude's for treatment, family doesn't see a bill.
That's sweet.
And that's because of the people who donate.
That's nice.
Yeah.
This world is kind of nice sometimes.
Can be.
I wish we always like
That's
that.
that's the other thing I would do aside from having fun with the people I love and care about. It would be about and for the people I love and care about, how can I make your lives better? I'm not going to hand you money. But what I would do is, my close friends, I'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, you've already got a house. How much is left on your mortgage?" Well, here you go. This is my gift to you. Now you don't have to worry about that. You own your home. Just make sure you keep up your property taxes. And then there's a select group of people. Like if I won one of those mega jackpots where, you bring home $180 million, I would literally set up, I wouldn't hand money to people, but I would set up irrevocable trusts to where, people would make, you'd get 10 grand a month. If you can't live on $120,000 a year and have to do nothing, you can't live.
And you can still have a regular job?
No, why?
I'll be
Knubsie,
bored.
if you were making 120 grand a year to just do whatever the fuck you want.
I'll probably travel to like New York or LA.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like
That should be super
and also
easy.
you're my sidekick on this show, man. Like you're like
I'm obligated to be here.
no, that's just it. No, that's just it. People don't understand that. Like I've explained this to some people. Like they're like, well, Knubsie kind of has to be there. I'm like, he doesn't have to do anything. That dude could decide one Sunday he could wake up and just be like, hey man, I don't feel like doing the show anymore, and you're done.
That'd be sad.
I would be distraught. I would still I would still do the show, but it would suck. You know what I mean? Like and it would hurt for a while. Like that would be rough. But you have no obligation to be here. I love that you feel like you do.
I don't know.
I do.
I just like being here with y'all.
Right.
Obligation.
This is when now we want to tell you that you are now the employee of the month.
Right.
It's gonna kick you in the dick.
Your face is gonna go in the fridge right behind Bulldog. Employee of the month.
There's only like two people who say it. I don't know if Emily comes down here, does she?
Yeah.
Oh,
Freezer.
so it's three. All right.
You should post this photo on the.
But no, like you. When if I were in a position like that, or even like once we get corporate sponsors and Villain Media actually gets to take off as a business like that, you're not going to be a contracted worker. No. You're going to have a percentage of the company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you helped me build this.
Like 55%. I'm down with it.
No. No.
I feel like that's a good percentage.
Do you? Does that seem fair?
You became employee of the month, and now all of a sudden it's going to your head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happens.
55%. That's a nice figure.
That should be ballparking it straight off.
Just throw numbers out.
Yeah.
55%.
I'll probably just do like fucking.
Yeah, if we were working on like a 300% scale, I would give you 55%.
If I didn't have to work and I was just doing this, I'd probably do like stand up for fun.
Right. That's what. And okay, that's the other thing. If doing this show led to you making that if it led to you making the money that you make right now every year, and you knew, okay, I'm going to make this amount every year. I don't have to work this job, and I can literally, aside from show time, because if it came to that point, we're doing this show every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day,
2 to 3 hours.
About 15 hours a week.
Yeah, and different people in every day. Just scheduling when we feel like it, or do it how Rogan does it. Like some days he doesn't do any podcasts, and then one day he'll do 3 or 4 back to back. Like just have different people in.
That sounds
Why not?
Yeah.
Like that would
awesome.
also allow us to bank shows for if we're ever gonna go out, leave, go on vacation or whatever. There's still content. Going.
That's what the fucking talk show hosts do when they go on shows.
Yeah.
They either bringing somebody else in to be a guest, or they like swap.
Yeah.
Like Stephen Colbert swapped.
Yeah.
He did record some shit where he was a guest, and somebody else came in to like interview him on the Colbert late
Colbert
night
Report. Yeah.
something like.
Or Late Night with Stephen Colbert. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched it. That was fucking. Them were great episodes. Trevor Noah was on there.
Yeah.
You guys were both on my YouTube channel whenever my co-host was out.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite episodes.
I know. I was having fun. I'm waiting for the podcast, the little invitation.
Don't get me started about that. My co-host I'm on there. I've already got the approval for you guys to come on our podcast.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You guys on? Yeah. My
Hell
parent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you dropped a new episode of Talking with Shadows, Izzy. What's that?
I did. The one that just came out.
Fuck yeah. What's it about?
Oh man, what was episode? We actually just recorded yesterday, and that's gonna be out next Friday. I interviewed this group called Knock Once for Yes. They're a paranormal group out in England, and we were talking about the differences in paranormal like stories and like versus the United States
by
versus,
regions,
by versus
locations,
England and stuff. So since the United States is so much bigger than like England, we have like so many different types of like monster stories out here just because of it.
Yeah,
We're like
So, yeah.
300 times bigger than England.
Yeah.
It's like a 700,000 square mile island.
So, like, yeah.
3.5 million square miles of the United States.
Yeah, we were talking all about that, about how that's different in our Patreon content that we were doing. We were talking extensively about how Men in Black are different in the United States as compared to England, because over there they don't have Men in Black stories as compared over here. Theirs is all done from the government perspective.
yeah, like MI6 and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that,
like no, but like uniformed.
Oh,
Government people will
officials.
come up to you and they'll be like, "I saw this," but like, "Yeah, no, you didn't." They'll be like,
flashy
nope,
thinking.
Nope. They're like, yeah, they're like in
what
your
is it?
report, like,
Neuralizer.
Yeah.
I saw this UFO in the sky. They're like, I'm not writing.
Deneuralizer.
They're like, I'm not writing that down. They'll just
Stop
tell,
flashy
they'll
thinging
just tell
her.
you to your face, I'm not writing that down. Sorry.
K, you ever flashy thing me? I ain't playing. K, you ever flashy thing me?
How many times you flashy thing her? How many times, Kay?
That could be causing permanent damage.
I wonder how many people went into seizures every time that motherfucker flashed. Like, that was like, that covered the whole fucking screen.
Oh, so yeah, this was fun. This was funny too. So in the last episode that we actually did, that's up now, we were talking about what happened, because before every show, me and my friend, my co-host, will go out and we'll eat Sonic. But this time we went and got Chinese food instead.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there and we're talking about this monster called the Van Meter monster, which is like this pterodactyl monster with a spotlight beaming off of its head that like terrorized this town in Iowa for like 5 days.
What?
Like, but yeah, like, so it was.
This
it was
is kind of badass.
It was 1903 in Van Meter, Iowa. All of a sudden, these like rich businessmen in the town started seeing this giant pterodactyl with a spotlight beaming from its head, flying around the town, standing
These
on
are
like
businessmen.
poles. These are
Like,
businessmen. These are crackpot
respected-
people.
right. These are respected pillars
So,
of
yeah,
the community.
so we're seeing this giant pterodactyl thing with a spotlight just walking around and flying around like up close, and they're all shooting at it, and it's not doing anything. So then they do the responsible thing, and they grabbed a posse together just to go after it. Just started like blowing the fuck out of this thing, like by this mine. And it never did. Like, they never ended up, like, eventually, like, it ended up, some people said it flew away, or some people said that it went in this mine. They just boarded the mine up forever. But it was weird.
We got to find this mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in Iowa.
you can go see it. Yeah, you can still see the mine. It's closed now, like it's
No,
boarded up.
I mean,
yeah.
like, we got to get up in there.
Mhm, to
I'm
see
talking
what's
travel
down there.
deep, son. I'm talking like
We were talking about,
that movie, The Descent. We're going to spelunk down that bitch.
No, we ain't.
Yeah, it was
You have fun with that.
I'm not going by myself. Fuck that.
Those fucking subterranean cave-dwelling cannibals. That shit's probably fucking real,
I
man.
know, it probably is. It's like the fucking farmer from Skyrim.
holy shit.
Fuck all that.
Just
Blew Izzy's fucking mind over there.
Goddamn orcs under the surface of the earth, down in the cave. You know that the United States has more cave systems, like where people go missing, than anywhere combined in the world.
Nah, that's
Actually,
crazy.
the United States has a lot of places that people just go missing with anywhere else in the world, like state parks, too.
Yep.
Like state parks.
Well,
people
God
go
damn it.
missing.
I don't want to go to the amusement park now.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So like people off, yeah, it's a very common thing in state parks and in
A lot,
underground too.
a lot of like. There's a lot of theories about state parks that a lot of them were deemed state parks and protected, like land because there are portals and
to other places.
Yeah.
Or some people think that they created state parks so people would go walking around so aliens could just abduct so many people per
right.
year.
They've got these mapped out areas where they can just snag people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's freaky stuff.
That's why I'm going to bring my pistol when we go find that fucking ghost house.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the aliens.
I'm going to shoot the motherfuckers dead in the face.
If you have a mental disability, you're more like autism, you're more likely to be abducted in these state parks.
I mean,
Stop looking at me.
Like your enthusiasm for going is now seems to be waning.
That shit just fucking died.
It
It's like a fucking alien was
Nubsie's
touching me wrong,
Nubsie's
son.
like, I'm never going to Wesselman Park again, let alone a state park.
Fuck that. I have to move.
I'm not going to the fucking playground at McDonald's.
I mean, I want to go in
I
there.
ain't chancing
Fuck
shit.
that ball pit.
I'm gonna wait to never come out.
Get lost in that bitch.
Got abducted by an alien swimming in that ball pit.
Get fucking stabbed and shit by needles.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Well, fuck, man. We just burned like an hour and 45 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy,
For real.
wow.
It's been fun.
This
Man,
been a
that's
good
been
episode.
It's a goddamn great episode.
They better fucking love this episode.
Right?
Yeah.
You better. Fucking,
Everybody's gonna feel like if they didn't have ADD, they're gonna
By the
this
end of
fucking
this.
episode, they're gonna be like, my brain feels like it's in a blender.
yeah. Just keep replaying it back and back. You know what I mean?
All right, well, it's been Knubsie Slow
It's your boy.
and Kris Izzi. Thanks for coming in.
Always happy to be here.
I'm the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast, and see you later.
Show's over, motherfuckers.